What's going on, guys? Spencer Presley here for a Steelbook Collection February 2016 update. I've done like many Steelbook kind of videos of like, hey, here's stuff I have, blah, 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 talking about them. But I honestly was just getting to a point when I was like, I'm getting so many Steelbooks, I can't upload a video of this or else it'll just pretty much seem like spam. So I figured I'd hold out, wait till I got everything I wanted. Only thing I'm really missing out of my collection that I'm like die hard I really want are like two Metal Gear Rising Steelbooks. Like one's the Japanese Special Edition Steelbook and then the other one is the European these are both from Metal Gear Rising, by the way. The Yoji Shinkawa one, which I did get but was super fucked up. But a whole other thing. Either way, so we're going to go through all my video game Steelbooks one by one. I'm going to say a little bit about them. Not going to go into too much detail unless they're like special circumstances. But if they are special circumstances and I've already talked about them, like this one I already have in a previous video, I won't be too long. So I'm just going to go by Vita, 3DS, Wii U, PS4, and then PS3. Really leave the meat of the potatoes in the middle. So yeah, this is just my games. I have like probably like 13 or something movies, but 90% of them are James Bond, which you've already seen. Either way, so first up, we have the one and only Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation Steelbook. It is a Future Shop exclusive. The text here is embossed. Really nice, thick case. Obviously, the only problem is it doesn't actually fit the game, so it is a very weird steelbook. Honestly, my only problem with it, besides the whole case thing, like I love this. This is an awesome steelbook to have for a PS Vita. Has one of those. Future Shop did these a lot. The barcode on them, so they didn't have to shrink wrap them. So always annoying, but whatever. If you want to pick this up, it's about 20 to 30 bucks. I got it for like 20 bucks off eBay. Not the most expensive thing to get in the world because most people just don't know about it, but also not the most sought after thing. Next up, you know what? I'll do Wii U first. We have I don't think I've actually shown this one. Xenoblade Chronicles X. This was a European Special Edition exclusive. Nintendo thought, no, you don't get these steelbooks. You don't like them. We do, Nintendo, so thank you. Yeah, I just realized you can actually see my North American one right there. So, it's a nice little shot. So it is the same cover of the game, with the exception of the back art just kind of continues on. My only actual complaint with this, I'll show you guys the inside in a second, I just want to do this real quick, is the text is reversed. So, for whatever reason, they go from the bottom up, which is really weird. So usually steelbooks are from like the top down. It's kind of weird the way it is, but I mean some steelbooks like The Last of Us Remastered, you'll see, kind of does it. This is a matte finish, but has like kind of glossy, like a glossier sheen to some things. And then on the inside you kind of have a couple of scales battling it out. Really beautiful steelbook. Nintendo has a few steelbooks on the Wii U. The only other one I'm kind of interested in is for Fatal Frame, but there's not a English version of it I could buy to put in it, so it's kind of weird. Also, I wasn't the hugest fan of that game, but I like the steelbook. One of the things, if you don't know about me, is I don't buy steelbooks unless I really like what it's for. So I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, that's super cool. Never seen the movie or played the game. It's like, no. It's like, that's the like equivalent of like buying a vinyl because it's a rare vinyl. Next up is another European Nintendo Steelbook. This is one of two Steelbooks that are actually 3DS sized. These are custom-made Steelbooks. They were only ever made for Pokemon Alpha and Sapphire and Majora's Mask 3D. Really nice Steelbooks. Really stand out. Wish the Vita got something like this, but obviously bakers can't be choosers. I've already shown this off in a previous video, but yeah, it's a really nice embossed Majora's Mask on here. It's a matte finish, but the actual skull is glossy. And then next up we have two to wrap up the 3DS ones. I guess I could do them at the same time. Adventure Time, Hey Ice King, Why You Keep Stealing All of Our Garbage, the Enchiridion Special Edition. And then Adventure Time, oh god, why am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Explore the Dungeon because I don't No. Collector's Edition has a nice little BMO case. So these are really, really cool. And these are actually my first 3DS Steelbooks I ever got. I was not into Steelbook collecting at all. This pretty much just started like last November or so, I'd say is fair. So it's kind of funny as I was going back, I'm like, oh, I have more Steelbooks than I thought. So just to kind of show off, the first one is a matte, kind of mimicking the style of the Enchiridion book, if you're an Adventure Time fan. You'd kind of understand. And this is how most 3DS cases look like this. So inside, nothing special. It says Steelbook. You may barely be able to read that, but yeah, it says Steelbook right there, etched in there. Fits the game, has some special stuff in it, but not the most glamorous of Steelbooks. A little stylus kind of jams in there. But yeah, that is the first Steelbook that I ever got for the 3DS. And then we have this, which I got for a total steal. I think I did a video of it, so I won't go too crazy. But this one is a glossier Steelbook. Definitely a lot easier to find than the first one. This one fits a lot nicer because all the information is in the case for this one. There's no stylus this time. They even have a nice little like DVD of like bonuses and extras. Really thought it was interesting how the 3DS one was the only one that kept getting a special edition. But I guess that is where D3 thought their bread and butter was. But yeah, so that is the not PlayStation Steelbooks I have. The rest I'm going to go through PS4 first alphabetically, and then PS3 first alphabetically. So first up is one of the few Steelbooks I have where I actually don't even have the game yet. So back when I worked at GameStop, and even now, thanks to some friends and stuff, if a Steelbook comes out, they'll sometimes send them to managers or just like random prizes or just forget to give them out. This Steelbook was given out for like the GameStop Managers Expo, but if you have the Collector's Edition, you would know that that's where this is from. It is the Batmobile edition. It is a very, very glossy Steelbook, but I really, really like it. Doesn't pick up fingerprints too much. It is a very nice kind of stylish look. And then on the inside, we have a wheel which holds the disc, and then Batman's kind of chest piece right there. It's a really nice, stylish kind of Steelbook, and I'm not a huge fan of the other Batman Steelbooks. I hope that if they don't release the Batman, whatever, all the DLCs included, Game of the Year edition, in it by June, I'll pick it up. It's been hovering around like $20. Like, I've been holding off buying Batman just due to the fact that it's Warner Brothers. They're gonna fucking put out a Game of the Year edition of some sort, so that way save myself the hassle of having to buy the season pass. But next up, we have one that actually does have the game. And this is another weird one where I got it from GameStop. But basically, I just traded my case because my manager had I think GameStop had an exclusive. It was like the Hardened Edition. It wasn't a special edition with the exception of it had Giant. Basically, it wasn't the Nuka-Cola edition. So it had the map for Giant, and then it had some DLC weapons, art cards, soundtrack, and then Steelbook. And fun fact most people don't know about me is I love Call of Duty, especially the Black Ops series. Black Ops is the first one that really got me into the series. So this is a matte Steelbook. Kind of plain cover, but I mean fits the cover of the game, and it stands out at least a little bit. If you've seen the other ones, it's very thematic. Actually, a quick little side note, if you can kind of look at the light, it has a 3 kind of hidden beneath the cover of the guy. I always like the back because they always have some interesting piece of zombie art. So there we have that. And then on the inside, no real need to take the discount or whatever for it, is just an extended kind of cover of the game, but I feel looks a little bit nicer just because of the minimal colors they use. So yeah, really nice Steelbook for Black Ops. Next up, we have one of my favorite Steelbooks, and that is for the Bloodborne Collector's Edition. This is the North American version. There's, at least to my knowledge, 3 Bloodborne Steelbooks. There is ours, which looks like this. There's the European one, which is their cover of the game, but the really, really dumb PS4 logo and PlayStation symbol up top, like on the case, which I absolutely hate. And then there's a Chinese or Hong Kong one, which was the, like, Nightmare Edition and is all red and kind of silver and looks really, really nice, but is super expensive, so reason I don't have it. But either way, I love this one. It's probably like my favorite, at least out of all the Bloodborne ones. So it is a very, very minimalistic take on it, as you can kind of tell by its very few colors and a lot of silver it has on there. It is a debossed logo for Bloodborne, and if you look, just like the game, at least for the cover of the Collector's Edition, is the cityscape going through the hunter's coat. Really, really nice. And then on the back, another shot of the hunter, but with the city in the background. And then that shot basically just gets expanded upon on the inside cover. For that side, you just get more of them. You can see the logo all embossed and stuff on there. Yeah, really, really nice Steelbook. The North American Collector's Edition ended up being a lot rarer than I thought, so it made me glad I ended up picking it up. You can still find the Collector's Edition. It hovers around the $100 mark. If you just want the Steelbook, it doesn't really go up on its own that much, but I've seen it for around $50, $60 just the book. Next up is one that I've already covered, but oh, I love this. This might be my favorite Steelbook of all time. It is so fucking cool. It is the Dragon Quest Heroes PlayStation Hong Kong exclusive Metal Slime Steelbook. It was a pre-order bonus only in Hong Kong, not Japan, not Europe, not America. I've already shown this off before, but look at the little slime, it's the best. So yeah, so this Steelbook, along with being very, very rare, even though it was a pre-order bonus, is a really, really cool design. And fun fact, most people don't know, this is actually the design that they use for the PS Vita Dragon Slime, or Metal Slime Dragon Quest Builders PS Vita bundle, which hopefully I should have sooner rather than later. But yeah, it is a matte finish with a, I guess, it's either debossed everything else or an embossed slime on both sides. It says Dragon Quest on the cover, but on the spine, oh, if we can get it to, there we go, Dragon Quest Heroes with the slimes on the side, and then on the inside, get that. I guess actually it is, because you can kind of see when they're embossed very slowly. I know it's really, really reflective, and you see all my Disney Infinity characters. Yeah, I guess the slime is actually embossed. Yeah, that super, super awesome Steelbook. Less awesome, and this is actually our first metal pack, I think. It's either a metal pack or a future pack. I can never tell exactly which one, but you can always tell if it's a metal pack or a future pack because the spines have this down there. So just for comparison, I'll show our next one. At least its spine. So this is a Steelbook, which you can tell because of its, I would assume it's trademark spine, and Metal Pack and Iron Packs always have these very boring, just kind of hinges. So, this is for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. This was given away as a pre-order bonus at GameStop exclusively, and Europe, it was just, I think, part of a collector's edition, but just pre-order bonus everywhere. This is a matte black finish, which is nice because considering how black and boring everything is, it'd be a total fingerprint magnet. I really like the cover, though. It makes up for the fact that everything else about this is super boring and bare bones, like the game's logos and even on the side, which some games do. Nothing is on the back. And, yeah, absolutely nothing is on the front as well. Sometimes they have the production company in here. I think the One Piece one will be the next one that actually